the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't turning back, I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me.
Hello, everybody. Good to see y'all on this Wednesday night. I hope y'all are doing well. All right, so tonight is kind of a special night in a way. To me, it is because I don't normally do true crime. You guys know that. If y'all know anything about me and have been around for a while, y'all know that I do not do true crime at all because it's very stressful and it's sad and stuff like that. But this, we're going to be doing some true crime tonight. And like I said, it's not something I normally do, but certain stories touched my heart, and this little precious angel touched my heart. So this is the update for Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez case. And let's see. Tonight we're going to be talking about this case. We don't normally talk about true crime cases, but this case I've talked about before because he touched my heart as much many other hearts as well. This is the update for this precious, beautiful baby boy. All right, so we're not going to be on real long. We're going to go over some information. We're going to talk about it, and then we'll be out for the night. But I definitely want to give you guys an update and a little bit of the story if y'all have never heard it. I want to give you guys the story. So give me just a second and let's see. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I'm going to share the screen, and now there is a couple videos I'm going to share, but I'll have to kind of pause and talk in between them because I don't want it to strike me. But now this is the update, guys. Update. Cindy Rodriguez Singh booked into Tarrant County jail for 6-year-old son's murder. Now this was published August the 21st, so just last week or the week before at 3:49 p.m. Central Time. This is News Channel 4. So let me get it. Let me try to move it just a little bit bigger so y'all can read it too. Okay. All right. So it was published on August the 21st. All right. So I'm going to go over and then we will I will play this. Okay. Cindy Singh booked into FW County jail for son's murder. With capital murder suspect Cindy Rodriguez Singh back into Tarrant County, investigators will be digging deeper into what happened to her 6-year-old son, Noel. Let me see. Can y'all see that okay? Put a 1 in chat, please, if you can see it okay. Probably not. Hold on 1 minute, because I'm having a hard time seeing. Okay, let's see. And while there's some people coming in, let me say hello to everybody real quick before we dig deep into this case. Hello, Dark. Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're well. And hello, Tony. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. And hello, Beagle Mom. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're well. All right. So I'm trying to get these kids to sleep. They're Mach 90. All right. So this is the brief. Cindy Rodriguez Singh, who was on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitive list, is back in Texas after being arrested in India. She is charged with the capital murder of her 6-year-old son, Noel, who was last seen alive in 2022. Hello, Sub-Zero. Good to see you, honey. Hope you are well. Noel's body has never been found, and investigators will now focus on the possibility of finding his remains and gathering more evidence for the case. With capital murder suspect Cindy Rodriguez Singh back in Tarrant County, investigators will be digging deeper into what happened to her 6-year-old son, Noel. His body was never found. And this is what she looks like, guys. Cindy Rodriguez Singh returns to Texas. And that's what she looks like. That is her mugshot. I guess FBI is the ones that shared that or the news. But that is exactly what she looks like now as of August the 21st at 3:49 p.m. Central Time. So that is baby Noel's evil, supposed to be mother that's supposed to care for her child. But my opinion, she's not a mother. But yes, this was August the 21st. That is her mugshot. And the credit is Tarrant County Sheriff's Office. So that was her mugshot, guys. All right. So this is what's new. And like I said, if you guys don't know the backstory, we'll be going over it as well. But I definitely wanted to give this update so you guys know. If y'all know anything about this case, y'all know that she was found and captured. What's new? Rodriguez Singh was booked into the Tarrant County Jail on Thursday on a charge of capital murder of a person under 10 years of age. Her bond was set at $10 million. She's also facing a federal charge of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, but that charge will now most definitely take a back seat. The most serious charge will be the state capital murder case, said Russell Wilson, an attorney who was not involved in the case. What they are saying, Wilson offered some insight on what investigators will likely do now. Rodriguez Singh is in custody and back in Texas, as well as state prosecutors. Priority 2 is make a determination of whether you can figure out where the child's body is at, he said. Prosecutors may be evaluating the case since it is capital murder to determine whether or not they would want to seek the death penalty. You either have life in prison automatically as a punishment for a capital murder conviction, or in some case in Texas, you can face the death penalty. I think those analysis will be running kind of the same time. Wilson said it's possible Rodriguez Singh has already been appointed an attorney. The process of getting her back to Tarrant County was swift from India. I think initially they're going to be much closer evaluation of the facts and circumstances surrounding the child's death. So remember, for capital murder, you have to show very specific things, not just a death, but you have to show a mental state that accompanies that intends to cause or create the death. So depending on what that evidence is, I think will depend on the direction of the case, he said. Rodriguez Singh's 6-year-old son, Noel, had a history of health and developmental issues. He was last seen alive in the fall of 2022. The whereabouts of Rodriguez Singh's husband are unclear, as are questions about whether he too will face charges. I think it's fair to think these folks stayed together and were perhaps found together in India, given the ages of their other children. They may be questioned as well, the health of other children, things like that, Wilson said. It would depend on the charge, if any, was brought against him and the circumstances. It would appear he was not taken into custody, but that's just based off the information we have. Now, here is a little bit of the backstory of the baby. I will show you guys if it'll let me play it. But this is the backstory, and then we'll go into some more. But if y'all have never heard of it, here is the backstory of the baby. Everman's missing boy. It says, see inside the shed where missing Everman's 6-year-old lived and his 6 siblings. So if it'll let me play it, fingers crossed it lets me. I don't know if it will or not. Okay, hold on a minute. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Hold on. Well, sorry about this, guys. No, let me pause it. All right, let me know if y'all can hear this, okay? By putting a 1 in chat, please. That's the inside of the home that they lived in. And 6 children, the mother and the stepdad. That's what they lived in. They lived in that little itty bitty shed in a gentleman's backyard. So that's what they lived in, all them people. It says here, now here is the backstory, guys, if you guys don't know. It says the backstory. Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez was last seen alive in the fall.
Police in Fort Worth arrested a middle school student and his mother.
They say the
Sorry
boy
about that. Things going crazy. Okay. Was last seen alive in fall of 2022. However, police in his hometown of Everman weren't made aware of his disappearance until March of 2023. This when an extended relative reported him missing, and police and Child Protective Services were called to then the 6-year-old's home, or the shack that y'all just seen. Now here's that little precious angel. He is beautiful. And here's some pictures I'll show you guys. Here's some pictures. Look how precious he is. He's beautiful. He's so pretty. He's a pretty, beautiful little angel. And he loved his little sunglasses, it looks like. These are just some pictures so y'all can see. Such a pretty little boy. Such a pretty little boy. And this right here is the mother that we were just going over. And then this one is the stepfather. Child abandonment endangerment charges. They both flew to India. They both flew to India and left. Well, let's just say they got passports, and the 6 children got passports, but baby Noel did not get a passport. It said police said Noel's mother lied to investigators and told them he was living with his biological father in Mexico. 2 days later, Rodriguez Singh, her husband, and Noel's 6 siblings left the country on a flight to India. Noel was not on that flight. He is presumed dead, but his remains were never found. Rodriguez Singh was added to the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives list in July of this year. On Wednesday, FBI Director Kash Patel announced that she'd be captured in India. I know, Sub-Zero, it's so sad. What happened to Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez timeline? Now, this is the timeline, guys. Okay, we're going to go over it. I'm just going to go over it so as quick as possible. October 2022, Cindy Rodriguez Singh does not bring Noel, who has diagnosed with speech delay, estotrophia. I'm not really pronouncing these, probably not pronouncing them correctly, but esotrophia in both eyes, chronic lung disease, and several other diagnosis illness to his Department of Health scheduled medical appointments. Police later learned he was last seen by a professional for an appointment in July. And here's another October 2022. Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez is at the birth of his twin siblings. About a week later, witnesses say they seen Noel. He is described as unhealthy and malnourished. This is the last time police can confirm Noel is alive. November the 1st, 2022. Rodriguez Singh takes passport photos for 6 of her children, not including Noel. November the 2nd, Rodriguez Singh applies for passports for her family, not including Noel. November the 6th, Rodriguez Singh researches cost of trip to India. And then here is March the 20th, 2023. Officers are dispatched to do a welfare check on Noel at the request of CPS. An anonymous family member gave a tip that Noel hasn't been seen in a long time. Cindy Rodriguez Singh tells police that the boy is living in Mexico with his father, which you guys just heard a few minutes ago was a lie. Then you got March the 21st. Cindy Rodriguez Singh husband Arshdeep Singh throws away carpet later believed to have human remains on it at one time. Then you got March the 22nd. Arshdeep Singh steals $10,000 from his job. Hours later, Cindy Rodriguez Singh and Singh take 6 children, not including Noel, fly from DFW Airport to Istanbul, Turkey. They continue on to India, Singh's home country. March 23rd, 2023, CPS contacts Noel's father, Mariano Alvarez Contreras. He tells them he was deported before Noel was born and has never seen the boy. Then you got March 2023. Canterio Rodriguez, Cindy's brother, tells investigators Cindy told her mother that she sold Noel to a woman at a Fiesta market. Police later confirmed the purchase did not happen. He also tells them Cindy withheld water from the boy and saw him be beaten with keys. So they beat him with keys. Yes. March 2023, police talked to Charles Parson, who owns the property where Noel, Cindy, and Arshdeep lived in a shed, which I just showed the shed. He says he hasn't seen Noel since Thanksgiving of 2022. He claims Cindy told him Noel was living with his biological father in Mexico, which, like I said, they just proved that he was not there. His biological father has never seen the boy. Then you got March 25th, 2023. An Amber Alert is issued for Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. The alert tells the public to look for a Chevy Silverado with a mural of Santa mortaring across the back windshield. I'm probably not saying this correctly, guys, but y'all get the gist. Okay, so March 26, 2023, the Amber Alert for Noel is canceled. An endangered missing persons report is issued. Everman police find the family's truck in a garage at the DFW airport. March 27th, 2023, cadaver dogs searched the property where Noel's family lived. Then you got March the 28th, Fox 4 is allowed inside the shed where Noel lived with his mother, stepfather, and siblings. Charles Parson tells Fox 4 CPS had previously taken Rodriguez-Singh's children away from her and that she feared it would happen again. Homeland Security, FBI, now joined the investigation. March 30th, 2023, felony warrant issued for Cindy Rodriguez-Alvarez and Arshad Singh for abandoning and endangering a child. Evening, March 30th, 2023. Investigators drill underneath concrete slab recently poured at the property where Noel lived. Nothing is found. Then you got April the 5th, 2023, search warrant acquired by Fox 4. Everman Police Chief Craig Spencer says investigators can specifically rule out Rodriguez-Singh's claims that she sold Noel at the Fiesta Market. April the 6th, 2023, Everman Police announced the search for Noel has transitioned to a death investigation. The endangered missing persons report for Noel is ended. Then you got April the 10th, Texas search and rescue teams search wooded areas, Noel's home. Crew dig up the entire concrete patio at the home. Evening of April the 10th, 2023, Everman community holds vigil for baby Noel. April the 11th, Everman police announced that Arshad Singh disposed of a large carpet prior to fleeing the country. Police believe human remains were on that carpet at one time. April the 14th, Everman police call off weekend searches due to new data analysis. Then you got April the 18th, Everman police talked to Fox 4 about Cindy Rodriguez-Singh's worship of the Santa Muerte. Rodriguez-Singh allegedly told others that Noel was possessed, evil, and a demon, and that she feared would hurt her newborn twins. What in the hell? The baby is just 6 years old with health issues, but he's possessed, evil, and a demon, and that he would hurt his newborn twin brother and sister, or whatever they are. So you got April the 22nd, all-day search in the area around Noel's home comes up empty. Data led teams to search areas within a few square miles of the home. April the 25th, Everman police released surveillance photos of Arshad Singh depositing $8,000 in stolen money at a bank. Then we got October. So from April of 25th, 2023 to October the 30th, 2023, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh is indicted by a Tarrant County grand jury on charges of capital murder, 2 counts of injury to a child, and 1 count of abandoning without the intent to return. August the 29th, 2024, which was last year, FBI announces the $25,000 reward for info on Cindy Rodriguez-Singh's whereabouts. So that's what we got to, and now she is captured. So let's go to the next page. I'm going to clear this one out. This is, we just went over the timeline, so y'all know a little bit more. Then let's get to the next one. Give me just a minute, guys, and I will pull it up. Like I said, I'm just going to go over this because this just absolutely kills me. It breaks my heart because I went over this, and she's saying that her baby is possessed, a demon, and evil. And at that time, she just had twins, and she was scared to death that the 6-year-old little precious angel baby, Noel, was going to hurt her twin babies. When that baby, I'm sure that baby would not hurt them. Plus, I'm sure that baby was not possessed or evil. That baby was precious. This is just me talking. I think she's an idiot, and she don't deserve the right to be called a mother. Anyway, like I said, that's just my opinion. This has really bothered me, and I've been watching this case very closely for the past couple years. Like I said, I went over this case because it just touched my heart. There's certain cases that'll touch my heart, and I'll talk about them. but I'm not normally do true crime because it can be upsetting, and I try not to upset nobody or upset myself. It's just, it can be, stressful. Your anxiety's real high. It can make you cry. It makes your emotions all over the place. So it's very hard for me, myself, to talk about true crime cases. But, I think that they should do exactly the same thing that they did to that little precious angel. They should do the exact same thing to his mother, which I don't consider a mother. Hey, hold on a minute, guys. Shut the fuck up! Lord. Oh my gosh, hold on a minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Lord, the dogs bark, and I can't even get my word in edgewise. Anyway, sorry about that. If I wasn't muted, I apologize. Dogs driving me crazy. Anyway, so, but what I'm saying is, like, there was no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever to hurt a child, period. And don't claim that you're the mother when mothers wouldn't hurt their children. In my opinion, she thinks that baby was evil, possessed, and a demon. I think she is evil, possessed, and a demon. He's an innocent baby with health issues, and she's going to say that he's evil, possessed, and a demon, and he's going to hurt her twin newborns. Like, really? No, I don't think so. All righty, so here we go. Let me fix this. Okay, so I'm going to try to play this video. If it will let me, if the dogs don't darn bark. Lord, give me just a second. Mother of missing Everman boy, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez, captured by the FBI, like we was just saying. The woman had been on the run for more than 2 years since police began looking into her son's disappearance. Now, this was posted on August the 20th, updated on August the 21st at 8:50 a.m. So we are going to, if it'll let me play this video, it's just a couple minutes. I might have to pause in between because I don't want it to strike me or nothing like that. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Okay, please. If the darn dogs don't bark. If not, if the dogs bark, I'll have to mute, and then hopefully y'all be able to hear it. All right, so here we go. Now, this is the update. Like I said, this is August the 21st, just a couple of weeks ago. So this is the update of Cindy Rodriguez Singh for baby Noel. So here we go.
6:35, after more than 2 years on the run, the mother of a missing North Texas boy is now in custody. The FBI says Cindy Rodriguez Singh has been arrested, and she now faces a capital murder charge in the presumed death of her son, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. Our Alana Quillen is live this morning in Tarrant County, where the Everman police chief is talking about this major turn of events in the case, Alana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this case has gripped the North Texas and Everman community since early 2023. And Chief Al Brooks says even with this recent arrest, there's still one big question he wants answered, and that is wondering what ever happened to 6-year-old Noel. Now, his mother, Cindy Rodriguez Singh.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. And like I said, I'm just going to stop and pause because I don't want to get in trouble. I wonder what happened. Okay, they laid down fresh concrete where they was staying and close to the shed. And then he threw away carpet that that they said they believed to have human remains on it. So where's that little precious boy's baby body at? There's no, granted, hopefully he will get justice soon. But the thing about it is, where is the baby so he can be laid to rest? I mean, that poor little precious angel got beat with keys. So what else did he get beat with? It's so sad. It's so sad. All right, here we go.
Once on the FBI's most wanted list, was captured in India, where police say she has been on the run since March 2023. It was then that
Okay, I don't know if you can see it because I was trying to say, let me go back just a little bit. Okay, this is her with all their children. So this is her, him, that she had 1, 2, like it's not all of them, but he had, it looks like the twin babies right there. And there was one right here. There was one right here. And I think there was a couple more and you just couldn't see them. But they was all in the airport. This was the airport of the day 2023 when they left to go to India.
Since March 2023. It was then that surveillance video showed Singh, her husband, and 6 other children boarding a flight there just days after police were asked by relatives to do a welfare check on her son, Noel. Investigators quickly learned that Noel wasn't on that flight with them.
Look how beautiful that baby is. He's precious. He's absolutely beautiful.
And actually hadn't been seen by anyone for months prior since October 2022. Cadaver dogs then alerted to possible human remains at the family's home, but no physical evidence was found. Chief Brooks says the case frustratingly went cold, but the mother's arrest is a big step toward getting more answers.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me back up just a little bit.
Big step toward getting more answers.
Oh, daggone it. Hold on 1 minute. I was going to show you guys.
Big step toward getting more answers.
Oh my gosh, this goes so fast. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm sorry.
The announcement.
I'm trying to.
Cold, but the found. Chief Brooks says the case frustratingly went cold, but
okay, that was their backyard, guys. That you see, if you see, I know it's not, I'm trying to pause it and it's not very bright and I apologize, but this is when they were searching the whole backyard. And back here in the corner, like back here kind of where this car is in the tarp, back here in the corner is where that building was where they were living at. So they searched the whole entire backyard, and the concrete slab was under, portions of it was underneath this awning right here. Yes. All righty. So here we go.
The mother's arrest is a big step toward getting more answers.
We were surprised by the announcement. Very happy to hear it. Now we move into the next phase of the investigation. This has been an ongoing process for over 2.5 years. We are not going to quit. We're going to continue to fight for justice for Noel as far as it takes.
Absolutely.
Now, the FBI has not released details about Singh's arrest and where or what circumstances she was found, but they thanked Indian officials for their help. There was a $250,000 reward for her arrest. Now, experts say she may already be back on U.S. soil as this case moves forward. And just another bittersweet update, Everman officials say that a park being built in the city for special needs children is going to be named after Noel in his honor. Back to you.
Okay, Alana.
Is that not precious? So they're going to do a little, they actually already did it, but made a park in his honor of that precious little baby boy. It goes this out. It says the FBI has located and arrested Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, the mother of 6-year-old disabled North Texas boy who has been missing, excuse me, guys, since October 2022 and is now presumed dead. Rodriguez-Singh is facing a capital murder charge connected with the presumed death of her son, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. The FBI said Wednesday she also faces charges of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Federal investigators have not yet released any details about Rodriguez-Singh's capture, but FBI Director Kash Patel thanks partners in India for assisting with investigation and arrest. On March 22nd, 2023, surveillance video shows Singh with her husband and 6 other juvenile children boarding a flight to India 2 days after the Everman Police Department performed a welfare check on her son, Noel. During the investigation, Everman police learned that the boy had not been seen since October 2022 and wasn't among the children who boarded the international flight. Over the next few months, investigators ran down claims that the child had been left with family friends or even sold to a woman in a grocery store. After finding no evidence to support these claims, investigators said the boy was presumed dead on October 31st, 2023, charged his mother with capital murder. The FBI added Rodriguez-Singh to the 10 most wanted list in July and offered a $250,000 reward for information leading to her capture. It's unclear if her arrest resulted from a tip or if anyone can collect the reward. So here is her picture. FBI 10's most wanted fugitive, unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, capital murder of a person under 10 years of age. Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, that evil, possessed woman, and I can't even call her a woman, that evil, possessed piece of shit is now captured. And it had all her information. Like here's the caution. It says Cindy Rodriguez-Singh is wanted for allegedly killing her 6-year-old son. On March 2023, the Everman Police Department was asked by the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services to conduct a welfare check on the 6-year-old son of Cindy Rodriguez-Singh. The child had not been seen since October 2022. During the welfare check, Rodriguez-Singh lied to investigators and indicated the child was in Mexico with his biological father and had been there since November of 2023. On March of 22nd, 2023, Rodriguez-Singh, her husband, and 6 other juvenile children boarded the international flight to India. Investigators confirmed that the missing child was not present and never boarded the flight. It is believed that Rodriguez-Singh has not returned to the United States since boarding that flight. On October the 3rd, 2023, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh was charged with capital murder in the District Court of Tarrant County, Fort Worth, Texas. On November the 2nd, 2023, a federal arrest warrant was issued for Rodriguez-Singh in the United States District Court, Northern District of Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, after she was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. The FBI is offering a reward up to $250,000 for information leading to the arrest of Cindy Rodriguez-Singh. She is captured. She is captured, guys. As you guys will see, it says she is captured. And I just showed y'all. I just showed you guys the mugshot. Okay, so this is the search for Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez, which I know we are saying a few things kind of over and over, but I just want to give out all information for the people that are coming in that don't know. So if you double hear it, I apologize. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. I hope you are well. But if you haven't heard it, then this is just new information. I'm sorry, guys. My allergies are actually whooping my hiney, I think. Give me just a minute. If y'all haven't hit the like, please do so. And share it out. Bring awareness and justice for this beautiful little baby boy. It's so sad. It breaks my heart because these people are out here being evil parents. And I can't say that they're being parents, but, and hurting their children, unaliving their children, mistreating their children, abusing them children. And there is so many people out there in this world that can't have babies and that would love to have a little precious angel such as Noel. But because the parents are pieces of shit and treated him like pretty much garbage and beat him and everything, that he doesn't have a chance to live because they took his life. That's just, they are evil people, don't deserve to be called parents. And, it's sad to say that they say his mother. Okay, yes, she might have brought him into this world, but he didn't ask to be brought into this world. He also didn't be asked, he didn't ask to have the disabilities that he did. That's not his fault. That's how God made him. But, it doesn't help when they're beating him and mistreating him and not giving him water or nothing. That's called child neglect and or endangerment. And there should be something about that as well. I think, in my opinion, CPS fails a lot of these children. If CPS was in, and I'm not saying they wasn't, but if CPS stepped in, why would baby Noel be there? Now I know when I went through the information in the past, I believe he stayed with a foster parent. Well, CPS did him wrong, because if he did stay with a foster parent, they should have kept him with that foster parent. And instead that they gave him back to the parents. And I think that CPS is doing shit wrong. Okay. like CPS is Child Protective Services for a reason. You're supposed to protect children. And if those so-called parents have not protected the child, have mistreated the child, in my opinion, those children should not go back to their original parents. They should go back to a family that cares them and loves them and that'll adopt them, and they won't have to worry about that no more. In my opinion, CPS fails a lot of these children, and unfortunately, things like this that are extremely heartbreaking and sad happen because CPS decides to give the child back to the original parents, which I think is absolutely awful, and they deserve everything that's coming to them. Everything. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Whatever y'all did to that baby should be done to you. Maybe I'll get a whole keychain of keys and throw it at you and beat you with them. See how it makes you feel. Treat others the way you want to be treated, especially when it comes to little babies. They didn't ask to be brought into this world. And you're supposed to love them and protect them and take care of them, not treat them like trash because you have other children to take care of. That's just me, though. That's just my opinion. Following a tip, March 2023, Everman police began looking into a welfare of 6-year-old Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. Within days of opening that investigation, police learned Cindy Singh and the rest of the boy's family had suddenly left the country. Investigators said the day before the family's departure, the couple used a credit card to buy one-way airline tickets to India for the boy's stepfather, mother, and the baby's siblings. In April of 2023, a cadaver dogs assisting investigators at a child home on Wisteria Drive alerted to a discarded rug and topsoil underneath a recently poured concrete porch at the family's rented home. The alert, police said, indicated human remains had been present at some time in the past. However, no physical evidence was found that could be tested and identified. That's what I'm saying. They covered it up. In the spring of 2023, investigators said they believed Noel was deceased after finding no evidence to support claims or rumors that he was either living with family members abroad or had been sold to a woman outside of a local grocery store. Singh was indicted on October 2023 on 4 charges, including capital murder charge, 2 charges of injury to a child, and 1 charge of abandoning a child without the intent to return. We've talked a lot about Cindy and her comments lying, claiming Noel was in Mexico, said the Everman Police Chief C.W. Spencer in 2024. We've talked a lot and shared with you that family was aware of some of these things. Noel appearing malnourished. There are some failures for this child, absolutely, which is why we are here to seek justice for these failures. And here's like a little bit. FBI offers reward in global search for Cindy Singh, mother of missing boy Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. This is on March 25th. That was October 29th, 2024, so a year later. March 25th, 2024, 1 year after the search begins for Everman boy. No sign of his body or his mother. Everman officially dedicates playground to honor missing child presumed dead. So, give me just a minute, guys. All right, so I'm going to give me just a second. I'm going to pull up. Now, this is the press release. And I want to show you guys it. Give me just a minute. Okay, now here is the press release. Let me share it real quick so you guys can see. This was the most recent, and I know you guys can't see that very well because I know I can't. Okay, now here is the Everman Emergency Services on Facebook. I'll read this to you in just a second, but it says this says what that we're looking at in the picture. All right, let me see. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so maybe you guys can. Well, Lord, I know I can't see that. Okay. All righty. Sorry about that. Let me try to take it out just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. Maybe y'all can see it now. Well, wait a second. Okay, I don't know how good. That's about as best as I can get it, guys, but I'll read it to you. It says, the press release for August the 20th, 2025, capture of FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives. Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, Everman, Texas. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, or the FBI, has announced the capture of Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, who was placed on the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitive list on July the 1st, 2025. Singh's addition to the top 10 list marked a significant escalation in our pursuit for justice in this case. Today's capture represents a critical step towards that goal. We are grateful for the tireless dedication, coordination, and expertise demonstrated by our partners at the FBI, the Tarrant County District Attorney's Office, and the numerous other agencies who contributed to this investigation and apprehension. Sorry about that, guys. Whew. This has been a long and emotional journey, one filled with difficult days, long nights, and an unwavering determination to find the truth, said Everman City Manager and former Chief of Police Craig Spencer. Today's capture is not just a law enforcement success, it's a testament to what can be accomplished when people stand together with a shared purpose. I am profoundly thankful to every agency, every investigator, and every member of the public who refused to give up. Most importantly, I want our community to know that we will not stop. We will continue to fight for answers, for justice, and for the safety of the most vulnerable among us. This investigation is far from over. Our work continues as we seek additional answers and pursue justice for Noel Alvarez. It is our goal to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation, and for that reason, no further details will be released. So that was the press release, guys, of them capturing him or her on August the 20th, 2025. So we will be doing a live sometime soon, whenever they do like court hearings or whatever, and I can get info without pulling up the court, because I don't want to get struck or whatever. But if I can get information like this, like press releases and stuff like that, or if I'm not able to do a live, I can always put it in our comment section and just keep y'all updated. But I wouldn't say, I don't know when her court date is. I have no idea. But where she just got arrested, and I guess with the FBI and everything going on, I believe she does not have a court date yet. I'm not for sure. Don't quote me, but I don't believe she has a court date yet. They're probably questioning her. This is just my opinion. I'm not really for sure what they're doing, but I'd say they're probably questioning her where the baby is or where the baby was at that time, because it has been, unfortunately, 3 years. So what they did with the baby, who did what? I mean, they're going to question, up a storm, to see if they can figure out where the baby is, what happened to the baby, if they can, lay his remains, to rest, which they most definitely need to, and figure out, what exactly happened. But unfortunately, like some of these evil monsters out there, and this including one of them, they don't, unfortunately, when they go to court, they don't have to say anything. They have a lawyer, and then the judge says, well, do you have anything you have any remarks you want to say on this case? They deny it. They won't say nothing. So, I mean, in my opinion, and this is just mine only, I think if a parent is not going to say nothing, then they didn't care to begin with. They didn't care about that child. So that's just my opinion, but hopefully she will speak. I'm not for sure. Hopefully she will speak. Hopefully, when they do the court date, I'll be able to watch it, and then I can give you guys updates, or if we get any press releases or anything. And like I said, I do not do true crime a lot, because it's got my anxiety kind of high right now because it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to hear. And I do watch some true crime in the bushes, like that baby Emmanuel. That's breaking my heart. And those parents are also evil, but that's different. That's just my opinion. I don't watch a lot of them, and unfortunately, I know true crime cases and babies go missing every single day, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. Like I just said a few minutes ago, there's people out in this world, and I am saying the world, not just the United States, all over the world, that cannot have children. If you cannot take care of the child, one, if you get pregnant and you don't want the child, or you're not able to care for the child, give the baby up for adoption. There's many, 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 many people in this world that are not able to have children, that would love to have a child of their own and love it and care for it like a parent is supposed to. It's heartbreaking, So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't just throw the baby away like trash. That's a baby. You gave birth to that baby. If you're not able to take care of it, if you're not able to, be a parent to it like it should be, then think about the child's. Think about okay, this is a baby in my arms, or a 6-year-old little boy that has disabilities. That's not his fault. That's how God made him. If you're not able to care for the baby, because obviously you keep on having babies upon babies upon babies, obviously, that's just my opinion. Give him to somebody that will love him and cherish him, and for that little special little angelic baby that he is. It don't matter if somebody has disabilities or not. It doesn't mean that baby is evil, possessed, and a demon. It's just because he was the only, and this is just my opinion. I mean, I don't know about the other children. I can't speak on them, but this is just my opinion. Mine only. Like, yeah, y'all can agree with me, disagree with me. And that's what, opinions are awesome, because you can have two sides to every story and you can say how you feel. And at the end of the day, it's your opinion. This is my opinion. I think out of all those children, she had 6 children that she went to India with. That they got on the plane, a one-way flight. Okay, she had 6 children. She just recently had twins. I don't know, boy, girl, I'm not for sure. All I know is that she had recently had twins at that time. Okay, out of all those babies, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez, I believe, in my opinion, was the only one that had disabilities. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. It's heartbreaking. Just because that baby, well, that's how God made him, she's going to say he's evil, possessed, and a demon, because this is just my opinion, she did not want to care for him because he did have disabilities. He did have health problems, but all her other children was healthy. So she wiped her hands. And I know that sounds awful, and this is just my opinion. That's what I feel. I believe that happened, and I'm not sure what happened, but that baby, like I said, that baby did not ask to be brought into this world. God blessed her with that baby, but she didn't see it as a blessing. She seen him, because he had things wrong with him, as a curse, basically, saying he was demon. That's what I'm saying. All these other children, I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to say yay or nay. I have no idea. But a lot, it looks to me like, and it just seems like, that all her other children were healthy and didn't have nothing wrong with them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sub-Zero, I mean, I understand things happen. I really do. I don't judge. I mean, I understand things happen. But the thing about it is, don't sit there and mistreat a child. Don't beat him with keys or whatever else that you did, because he's special, and that's how God made him. And you're going to look down on him because he has those disabilities. That's not his fault. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're not, and like I said, I don't judge. I mean, everybody's got a past, everybody's got a life. But don't mistreat a child. It don't matter how old you are. don't mistreat a child. If you're not able to care for that child, please, there is places all over the world that you could drop a child off at the fire department. I mean, and say, hey, I'm not, or don't even say anything. Just drop off the baby and then walk away. I can't remember what it's called. I think they're called, oh my gosh. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. They're kind of like safe havens or something like that, safe boxes or something like that, where you could drop off a baby at the fire department or the DHS office or the hospital or something to that effect, or maybe a church. And they will find the baby a good home. I can't think of it. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, maybe a safe box, a baby box or something. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. So y'all know exactly. There are some out there. There is no excuse nor reason to hurt a child, period, in the story. I think, in my opinion, this bitch, and this is just me, and I don't cuss a lot, but I am getting very riled up. Anyway, this bitch right here on this captured, I think she should have the same exact damn thing done to her 10 times over what they did to that little precious, little beautiful baby. Okay, you're going to beat me with keys. Then I'm going to beat you with a whole full-blown stack of them. I don't know what all they did, but obviously there was abuse in, the home. To beat a child with keys, there had to be abuse in the home. That's just me, though. But it's funny, and this is my question, because they don't talk about the other children. Was CPS involved in the other children? I don't know. Was CPS involved just in baby Noel? CPS was involved, as you guys heard, but I don't know about the other children, or if it was just Noel. I have no idea. But if that baby was in foster care, why did CPS take him away from a loving home in a foster care home? And I know, and I don't down or nothing like that, but I know some foster care homes are not loving. I know that. But then some are. So you kind of have to, but to CPS to put him in a foster care, I'm going to pull it up before I get off here, because I don't want to tell you guys wrong, but I'm pretty sure that baby, let me clear this off and I'll pull it up real quick. I'm pretty sure he was in foster care. Give me just a second, because like I said, it doesn't say nothing about that. But give me just a second, and I'll see maybe if I can pull it up, because I don't want to tell you guys wrong, but I'm pretty sure CPS was in, and somebody else was taking care of that little baby boy. And then CPS gave him back to the parents. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm about 95% sure that is correct. That is correct. So give me just a second, guys. Give me just a minute. Give me just a minute, guys. Okay, so yep, here we go. Give me just a bit, and I'll pull it off. So I was correct. He did have a foster mom. So give me just a minute, guys, and we're going to play this. We're going to talk about it for a few minutes, and I'm going to be out here because I don't want to, keep people too late. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to, like I said, I just found it just now. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Like I said, I was about 95% sure, and I was correct. He was with a foster parent, and here she is. Okay, so it says she could have given him to us. Missing North Texan 6-year-old boy's foster mom describes him as sweet and loving. How heartbreaking is that? She said, no matter what, he was loved while he was here. Patricia Paris said she was Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez foster mom 2 years ago. And this was, I think, right when it happened. Now, this was his foster mom right here. Okay, let me see if I can play it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Give me just look at that little angel.
He was small but mighty. A playful boy who always had a toy in hand, a smile on his face, and a giggle that filled the house with joy.
That was my son. That was my baby. Noel, way over there. Look.
Back in 2020, Patricia Paris fostered Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez.
Wherever I went, he was like my shadow.
And in 1 year, they formed a special bond.
That was my buddy. My cool dude.
Noel, look at the camera. Ain't that precious? That is so, I mean, I'm going to finish, but I didn't want it to distract me, but it is just so sweet. Like, that woman, you could tell she loved baby Noel. She loved him. You could tell. She said that was her cool dude. Like, she loved that baby. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more so y'all can hear it.
And they shared memories she can't forget.
You want a burger? Yeah. Yep. I would say Sweet Pea. He would say Mommy. I would say, no, Noel, I'm not your mom. I'm Sweet Pea. He'd say, no, you're Mommy.
And that's why when Everman police announced...
Is that not heartbreaking, guys? That's absolutely heartbreaking. That's absolutely heartbreaking. She just said, I'm not Sweet Pea. Or she said, no, I'm Sweet Pea. And he said, no, you're my mommy. That's absolutely heartbreaking. And in my opinion, CPS really, really did wrong by this child. CPS really, really, really does wrong by a lot of these children. And it's absolutely horrific and heartbreaking. Why would you take a child, put that baby in foster care for its safety, and then all of a sudden, because the parents are doing better or whatever the case may be, give him back to the parents that was pulled from him to begin with? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, why would you put him back in harm's way knowing that he was in a loving home that he was in? That's just me, though, guys.
The boy, who hasn't been seen since November, is believed to be deceased.
And I still couldn't believe it.
Can't believe the boy she watched overcome so much despite his disabilities is gone.
What's that been like every day for you?
It's been very stressful. Every time I pass by a wooded area or bunch of trees, side of the road, I say, is he over here? He needs to be found so he can be laid to rest.
Paris says Noel's mother, Cindy Rodriguez.
See, is that not that woman? And I don't know that woman from Adam, but you could tell that she absolutely loved that baby as her own. You could tell that she loved that baby as her own and wanted to be his Sweet Pea. And in his eyes, that was his mommy. And that's absolutely horrific. That is so, it rips your heartstrings. It's absolutely so messed up that CPS would do something like that.
Rodriguez Singh had a support system.
She could have given us to us. We asked for him.
The idea that he's gone is starting to set in for the Paris family.
He's going to be okay. You're okay.
And together, they're trying to hold each other up.
We showed him love while we had him, right?
Paris finds some peace.
You want a burger? Yeah.
Knowing that in the year Noel was with her family, he was loved. Noel's foster siblings miss his laugh and his hugs. In Everman, I'm Adriana De Alba.
Is that not heartbreaking, guys? But that's what I was saying. I wanted to show you guys that. That's what I was saying. I didn't want to say that he was in the foster care system, but I was pretty sure that he was, and I was correct. I mean, like, it's just absolutely, and here this is kind of similar to what she said. If y'all didn't hear it, because I didn't want to, I had to kind of pause in between and talk, so that way they wouldn't strike me. This was April the 13th. Excuse me. Updated April the 14th. Everman, Texas. He was small, but he was mighty, she said. Patricia Paris, the missing 6-year-old Everman boy Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez foster mom, described him as playful boy who always had a toy in his hand and was full of laughter. That was my son, Paris said. That was my baby. Between 2020 and 2021, Paris fostered Noel and 2 of his siblings for about a year. Noel was 3 years old when she first welcomed the child into her home. They quickly bonded, and he became a special part of the family, Paris told WFAA. Wherever I went, he was like my shadow, Paris said. That was my buddy. Paris said even after Noel was returned to his mother, she would often reconnect with him through monthly FaceTime calls and visits. Her last visit with the little boy was during February 2022. According to Paris, phone calls to Noel's mother, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, stopped going through after that date. It wasn't until a relative watched a news report on television that Paris learned Noel was missing and hadn't seen by a family member since November 2022. I said, "What? That can't be true." I still couldn't believe it, Paris said. She said she's struggling to come to grips with the idea that the boy she watched overcome so many obstacles despite his disabilities is gone. Noel was born prematurely and had developmental and physical disabilities, but in the videos Paris filmed of him, he could talk, play, and navigate a tablet, being a baby boy. Everything a kid with special needs is told he can't do. He mastered that, Paris said. According to Everett Police Chief Craig Spencer, Noel's mother told relatives he was evil, had a demon in him, and she worried he wouldn't harm her newborn twins. She could have given him to us, Paris said. We asked for him. He's not a demonic monster kid that his mom said he was. Earlier this week, investigators evacuated a concrete patio on the property where the family lived. Cadaver dogs alerted a scent of human remains, which investigators believe were present at some point. Police said he's presumed dead, but Noel's body has still not been found. He needs to be found so he can be laid to rest, Paris said. Alvarez Singh, her husband, Ashard Singh, and 6 of Cindy's children boarded an international plane without Noel last month, and their final flight destination was in India. Paris wants Cindy and Ashard to come forward and explain what happened to baby Noel. They need a long time to think about what they've done and live with that decision, Paris said. He did not deserve what has happened to him. After weeks of seeing the little boy's face on the television screens and billboard signs, the idea that Noel's gone is beginning to set in for the Paris family. On Wednesday, the family sat on the couch and watched videos of Noel. At times, they laughed and remembered the little boy's big personality. Upstairs, Paris' adopted son, who also suffers from disabilities, wailed, "I'm hurting." He was crying for Noel. No matter what, he was loved while he was here, Paris said. So in my opinion, CPS really screwed up, immortally screwed up. Why would you take him from a loving home and put him back in the arms of a monster that's just going to beat him and be mean to him? That was absolutely horrific. So this little precious little angel just pulled my heartstrings, and I'm not saying not all these kids won't pull my heartstrings, but it's just certain ones I want, I want to talk about. Absolutely. I do not know Big Ol' Mom, honey. That's what I'm saying. I absolutely do not understand it. They need, in my opinion, the CPS needs to be investigated as well. They need to have an explanation as to why he was given back to the parents. What reason? Is there a reason? I think they should be accountable as well. Our little baby Noel would still be here with that loving woman, as you just seen, his foster mom, as he actually called her mom. So that little precious little angel considered that woman that we just seen his mother. So that says something. She said, "You call me Sweet Pea," and he said, "No, you're my mom." It's absolutely horrific. It's heartbreaking to hear on this, because children are supposed to be protected and safe and loved and cared for. And CPS really screwed that up, didn't they? I think they screw up a lot of these cases. They think it's okay because the parents are supposedly doing good. Well, you do not know what's happening behind closed doors. You don't know. You don't know. That's why I always say, you be kind to people. You have no idea what they are going through. And it is so true. You don't know. It's the same as children. You don't know what they're going through. So, like I said, this is the update for it. She has been captured. I do not know when the court date is, but I'll be following it to see, give y'all updates. If I can't go live on it, I'll at least try to put some updates in the comment section of my YouTube, so you guys will be updated as well. Like I said, I do not know when her court date is. I will do, while I'm talking to you guys real quick, let me see, and maybe I could pull it up. Give me just a second. I'll see maybe if it'll say, give me just a minute. It's not saying anything of when her court date is. So I'm thinking, and this is just me, I'm thinking they're probably questioning her to see maybe maybe when the court date is, but it's absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. If CPS would not have gave him back to the parents, that little beautiful angel with that little precious life and him just being a little boy would still be here today. If CPS did not agree to give him back to the parents, which originally was removed from. That's what I don't understand. You're going to remove a child from the parents. And then if they're doing better, then you're going to put the child back in the hands of a parents that the child was removed from. That makes no, I'm kind of confused. Oh no, honey, she was captured. Give me just a second. Give me just a minute, honey. She was arrested. She was arrested. Hold on, wait just a second, honey, and I'll pull it up and show you. Give me just a minute. Give me just a minute. All right, give me just a second, guys. Yes, let me pull this up and I will show you. Give me just a second, and I will show you her mug shot. And actually, give me just a minute. I'm going to play this so that way you can see. Give me just a minute, and I will show it to you, honey. Give me just a second. Okay, so here is the updated, the update for this little precious angel. Okay, so here we go. Let me unmute it.
35. After more than 2 years on the run, the mother of a missing North Texas boy is now in custody. The FBI says Cindy Rodriguez-Singh has been arrested, and she now faces a capital murder charge in the presumed death of her son, Noel Rodriguez-Alvarez. Our Alana Quillen is live this morning in Tarrant County, where the Everman police chief is talking about this major turn of events in the case, Alana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this case has gripped the North Texas and Everman community since early 2023. And Chief Al Brooks says even with this recent arrest, there's still one big question he wants answered, and that is wondering what ever happened to 6-year-old Noel. Now, his mother, Cindy Rodriguez-Singh, once on the FBI's most wanted list, was captured in India, where police say she has been on the run since March 2023. It was then that surveillance video showed Singh, her husband, and 6 other children boarding a flight there just days after police were asked by relatives.
Yes, she was actually captured. I'm not really for sure on the day, but I did see the update. It was August the 21st. Well, I think she was captured in India August the 20th, but they updated on the 21st. Don't quote me, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Relatives to do a welfare check on her son Noel. Investigators quickly learned that Noel wasn't on that flight with them and actually hadn't been seen by anyone for months prior, since October 2022. Cadaver dogs then alerted to possible human remains at the family's home, but no physical evidence was found. Chief Brooks says the case frustratingly went cold, but the mother's arrest is a big step toward getting more answers.
We were surprised by the announcement. Very happy to hear it. Now we move into the next phase of the investigation. This has been an ongoing process for over 2.5 years. We are not going to quit. We're going to continue to fight for justice for Noel as far as it takes.
Now, the FBI has not released details about Singh's arrest and where or what circumstances she was found, but they thanked Indian officials for their help. There was a $250,000 reward for her arrest. Now, experts say she may already be back on U.S. soil as this case moves forward. And just another bittersweet update, Everman officials say that a park being built in the city for special needs children is going to be named after Noel in his honor. Back to you.
So there is the update. I played it again. She was captured just a few weeks ago. And let me pull up. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Give me just a second. Her mugshots, Sub-Zero. I don't know if you've seen it or not, honey. Give me just a second. I'll pull it up so y'all can see it. Give me just a minute. Give me just a minute, guys. And this is her mugshot. You're welcome, Sub-Zero, honey. And this is her mugshot. This was dated, hold on, August the 21st, 2025 was the mugshot of the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office. So there's the evil monster. That is her. And she is on a $10 million bond. She is on a $10 million bond. I'm pretty sure that's what it said in the home. Give me just a second. Yeah, her bond was set at $10 million. $10 million. They are giving her a capital murder charge. Also, she is facing federal charge of unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, but that charge will now most likely take a back seat. Have a good night, Tony. Thank you so much for coming in here. But also, I'm not really for sure. Rebel, does Texas offer the death penalty? Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so it looks like, give me just a second. Yes, okay, so Virginia, Texas does offer the death penalty, but in my opinion, this is just mine and mine alone. Why? Okay, when you're doing a death penalty, don't you serve quite a bit of years in prison and then they give you the death penalty? I don't think they give it to you exactly right away. So they're giving these people out in the world that have death penalties life to live. But those babies or whoever that they hurt or unalived, they don't have a life to live. So in my opinion, I think if they get charged with it, it should be instantly and not and let's put a needle in your arm and you just go to La La Land. No, I think an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I think they should be treated exactly the same exact way as what they did to that child. Also make it 10 to 100 times worse than what they did to that child. That's just me, though. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be quick. It should be painful. You're going to put a needle in somebody's arm and then they're just going to go to sleep and not wake up. How in the world is that justice? That's just putting somebody to sleep. Like, I think that they should have the same exact thing done to them 10 to 100 times worse than what they did to that child or whoever they hurt. That's just me, though. I don't think they should be quick. I think they should just make it slow and as painful as possible, because those children went through so much hurt and anger and anguish and abuse that I think the death penalty, and this is just me, is just a slap on the wrist. Just like life in prison after they unalive a child or mistreat a child. Life in prison, that child don't get to live, but you do. How is that fair? That's just me, though. That's just me, though. Oh, honey, I know we can't, but what I'm saying is they just make that so easy to do. Let's just put an injection in their arm and they just go to sleep and not wake up. How is that? I mean, in my opinion, that's pretty peaceful. You wouldn't want somebody to go peaceful that hurt a child or whatever the case may be. I think that they should have, like, you know, the same punishment, but they don't look at it like that. So it's okay for a child to be hurt or whatever the case may be. But once they, you know, go to jail, they get a slap on the wrist because they get to live and that baby don't, you know. I just think it's just not, it's not fair. It's bullshit. How is that bringing justice? You're bringing justice to somebody you're bringing justice to a little angel like baby Noel by putting his piece of shit mother in jail with life in prison without parole or the death penalty. I'm not really for sure which one she's going to get. I mean, I'm just saying, how is that fair? That baby didn't even get to, he probably hadn't even started school year yet. He didn't get to graduate from high school. He didn't be able to be a child. There's a lot of things that he didn't get to do because his evil piece of shit of a mother took his life, but she gets to live and he don't. That's not right. That's not right. That's really not right how that works. But I mean, what do I know? This is just my opinion, you know, but it's not right. It's really not. And I don't even think, I'm not for sure. Okay, so they offer the death penalty. I don't think it's an electric chair. At least in an electric chair, you fry a little bit. But the death penalty, all they do is basically put you to sleep and you don't wake up. Like, that's awful. That's awful. You go peacefully, but your baby don't get to go peacefully. How in the hell is that fair? How is that fair? That's just my opinion, guys. That's why I really don't get in these cases, because I get riled up and I know that I don't really know much of the justice system, but in my opinion, I think they should all be treated the same exact way that they treated that child or whoever they hurt, by 10 times or 100 times more. That's just me, though. So that's why I don't do a lot of true crime, because I get really riled up, and it really bothers me the fact that the parents or whoever that hurt the children get to live, but the children don't get to live. That's awful. And like I said, CPS really are doing a lot of these children in this world. They're doing them horrific. Why would you take a precious, innocent 6-year-old little boy that was loved wholeheartedly? You could tell that woman loved him wholeheartedly, and took him away from a loving foster home and put him back with his evil demon of a mother. That's absolutely horrific. But that's just my opinion, guys. But that was the update on baby Noel. His mother is, well, I can't say his mother because the mother is loving and caring. But anyway, I don't really know what you call it. But anyway, the piece of shit so-called mom is captured. And like I said, I will give y'all updates as they come along. I might not go live on them, but I will give y'all updates in my community tab as soon as I find out anything. But I'm not really for sure. Rebel, did you get a chance to see when her court date is? I haven't. I was researching, but I did not see anything. I don't think they have the court date set yet, because I think that they're trying to investigate and question and all that stuff. I don't think that they have one yet. But it's absolutely heartbreaking. I'm not for sure, because I know we tried to pull her up to see if she was in there, And I guess maybe because she's FBI, I didn't get to, I don't know if she's, I'm not really for sure, Tony. You'll have to ask him, honey. He does his own thing, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But yeah, you'll have to ask him. He hadn't done a call-in a while, has he? I have to do one soon. It's been a while. But yeah, like I said, whenever I find out any information, I will definitely let you guys know. Any updates pertaining to this, because this was just absolutely horrific. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. And CPS doing what they did, in my opinion, they should be accountable as well. But they're not going to be accountable because of who they work for. So they get a slap on the wrist, and then they can go, not really necessarily, go get another child hurt because they refuse to keep children in safe places. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so I'm hoping that brought a little bit of intel to that case. And a little bit of update, if you guys didn't hear already, that was the update. So I'm hoping that brought a little bit more insight into what was going on, what's currently going on, and a little bit of the backstory if y'all ain't never heard of that little precious baby angel, Noel. So, let's see. We have karaoke Friday and Saturday. Rebel still has his show. Friday night for the bonfire is, 80s. Oh my goodness, give me just a minute, guys. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Hold on. It is 80s roller skating music is this Friday on the bonfire. So if y'all haven't subbed up, please do so this Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Let me put the link in the chat. I said if y'all haven't subbed up, please do so. 7 p.m. You mean 5 p.m.? Did you change it? Did you change the date? 7 p.m.? It's just 5 p.m. on my end. Or is it 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what it was. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then Martina McBride concert is this Saturday at 5 p.m. Yeah, there we go. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. It says 5 p.m. You got to confuse me. Thank you so much, Beagle Mom. I appreciate it, darling. But yeah, that was the update. And I know probably you guys have heard this story before, but I definitely wanted to give the update and let you guys know what's going on in that little baby angel's case. Like I said, they have yet to find him. I'm hoping that she gives some insight to where he's at, or whatever the case may be, so they can lay him to rest, lay his little body to rest. Yes. All righty. Well, if you guys haven't hit the like, please do so. Share it out, subscribe if you haven't done so. I appreciate y'all being in here. I hope y'all have a lovely night. I'm getting ready to get out of here for the night. So, I love y'all. And I always said this before I go. You never know what somebody's been through, what they're currently going through in their life, what they've been through in their life, just like the same as this story. Be kind to one another. You really don't know. Be kind to one another. Don't be none better than nobody, because nobody's better than nobody. But be a difference in somebody's life. People always remember what you said to them and what you've done for them. So just be good to one another, guys. I love you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you guys again. If you are watching a replay, please hit the like, share it out, subscribe, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are of the case, and because I read all the comments, so please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about it, and I will see you guys very soon. I hope y'all have a lovely night, and I will see you guys later on. I love y'all. See ya.